Well, hello everyone. This is Kerry Beck with How to Homeschool My Child and FamilyEbiz.com. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about money because I think money is a super important topic, and yet it's something that we may or may not really teach our kids. We get so bogged down in the math and the science and the reading and the writing that we forget to talk to our kids about money. Jesus taught about money more than any other topic. And so, for that reason, we have done a lot of research with this. Let me just share a resource. We have a kids bundle, and this is all digital, even though I'm showing you paperback copies. But one of the things I think is important that we go to the Bible and we find out what God has to say about money, and then we begin to teach that. To help you get started, we have this book, Biblical Money Management: What to Do with a Rolls Royce Lifestyle When You Live on a Honda Paycheck. And you could have said, what to do with a champagne lifestyle when you live on a beer paycheck. But I thought this was more appropriate. Listen, kids need to know what the Bible has to say. And this is a really short read. It's all ebook. And basically, it is going to go through what does God have to say about borrowing money and lending money. We are a debt society. Everyone thinks it's okay to be in debt. I'm just going to tell you where I am. I have zero debt. We have zero debt, no debt. There was a time when we remodeled our kitchen that we did take out a loan for about $20,000, and we paid it off, I would say within about a half a year. There was another time when we came home from Idaho and I chose things that were beyond our measure, beyond our means, and we had some credit card debt for about 6 months to pay off. Other than that, we have lived debt free. And so we own everything. We don't rent anything. What does God have to say about borrowing money? You can learn a lot about what he says about the lender and the borrower and the way if we lend money. I will tell you, Steve's idea is, Carrie, we don't lend money. We give money. We do not lend. We don't loan expecting it in return. And there were times he would loan a friend of ours $1,000, and we did not expect to get any of that back as well. So the book also talks about Old Testament, New Testament. What does God have to say? Practically speaking, what is he saying? Teach your kids how to manage money. Some practical tips, how you might start a family business. So some of you follow me on FamilyEbiz.com, and that gives you practical tips. The internet is great because you don't need a lot of overhead to get started. So you could really start your own business quickly. That's what's in this book. Now, the other thing we have is a cheat sheet. This is our little cheat sheet teaching your kids about biblical finances. Each one of these are verses that you could spend time reading to your kids and then talking about how could we put these verses into practice. This comes as a bundle, but the other thing that it comes with is my video workshop on teaching your kids about biblical finances. And so that will go through. So if you're a reader, you could go through this. If you are a chart person, you could go through this. If you're a watcher and a video learner, you could go through that. I will put a link to where you can get it below. I will and be able to, so you can go in and see. It's a lot cheaper to buy it all together as a bundle rather than individually. I hope this will help you. I know it took us time to figure this out. We had to figure it out on our own, and we dug into the Bible to figure out what God said about money. And then we did make some radical changes by getting rid of debt. That is probably, debt, it's just this burden that you carry around every month. Are we going to have enough money to pay off whatever it is? I will tell you, I'll close with this story. I have a friend who was keeping my girls, and the girls were about, I want to say, 9 and 11, 8 and 10. And they stopped by the bank, and she said, well, we need to stop and pay the mortgage. And so they go in, and Gentry's like, what's a mortgage? And she came home, she goes, y'all don't have a mortgage on your house, do you? I said, no. God blessed us because we inherited some money. We got our house very inexpensively, and we were able to pay it off very quickly. And we didn't play the stock market game of, oh, I'm gonna invest this money and make more money on the stock market than I'm paying in debt. We just chose not to do that. We took that burden off of us. We had short tent pegs so we could get up and go, and so we could get up and go to Idaho as well. All of this is included in this bundle of my stories as well. I am Kerry Beck with How to Homeschool My Child and FamilyEbiz.com. Y'all have a great day.